Welcome to Tutor Black Adam, and we're going to do the simplification of the trig identities. We draw the cast table. That's ASTC, all students take coffee, 90 degrees there, 270 degrees on that other side. You have 0 degrees and 60 degrees, and on the left side you have 180 degrees. So we will rewrite the equation. Sine 120 degrees could be equivalent to sine 180 degrees minus 60 degrees, and then cos 210 will be equivalent to cos 180 degrees plus 30 degrees. And then okay, before going to cos, let's go to 315. So 315 will be equivalent to 360 degrees minus 45 degrees, and then cos 27 degrees, we leave it like that. And then we are done with the numerator. Let's go to the denominator. That's called complementary angles. Sine 63 degrees will be equivalent to cos 27 degrees, so you can put either of them, complementary angles. So adding them together makes 90 degrees, so that's why they're complementary. And then we have cos 27 degrees instead of sine 63 degrees because it means the same thing. Then we have cos 360 degrees plus 180 degrees, so that makes 540 degrees. And then coming there we have sine 180 minus, so the sign is positive, so we have sine 60 degrees, and then we have cos 180 plus 30 going there, and then that is going to be negative cos 30 degrees. Alright, so negative cos 30 degrees, so we have multiplied by 10, 360 minus, that's going to be negative, so that will be negative 10 45 degrees. So we check the signs before we continue. So that will be cos 27 degrees, cos 27 degrees, they cancel out, so we are left on the numerator as cos 360 degrees plus 180, so that would be cos 360 plus, that's positive, so that would be cos 180 degrees. So let's draw the special angle there. We have special angle, we have 30 degrees, we have 60 degrees, and then we have right angle there, we have 2, 1 and root 3. So looking at the functions there, we have root 3 over 2 for sine 30 degrees, and then we have negative root 3 over 2 for cos 30 degrees. Then 10 we find for 45 degrees. Let's draw a special angle for 45, so it's 2, there's root 2 and root 2, so 45 degrees will mean that the y over x is root 2 over root 2. So remember, all of that is going to give us 1, so that's what it means. So we have that, and then cos 180 is negative 1, root 3 times negative root 3 is negative 3, so you have negative 3 there, 2 times 2 is 4, and remember we have multiplied by negative 1, so that means that we have negative 3 times positive, negative 3 gives us positive, negative 3 multiplied by negative 1 gives us positive 3 over negative 1, that's negative 3 over 4. Thank you so much for watching. Welcome to the problem number 2, simplification of trigonometric functions. And again, sine 315 will be equivalent to sine 360 minus 45 degrees, and then we go to 10 to 10 degrees will be 10 180 degrees plus 30 degrees, and then we have sine 190 degrees will be sine 180 degrees plus 10 degrees, and then we have cos 100 degrees will be cos 90 degrees plus 10 degrees, And then we have sine 120 degrees. Sine 120 degrees would be sine 180 degrees minus 60 degrees. And then what's left is we need to simplify. So sine 360 minus gets there, so sine is going to be negative. It's got a negative sine 45 degrees. And then we have tan 180 plus positive, so that would be tan 30 degrees. And then we need to multiply that 180 plus, so that is for sine, that would be negative, so negative sine 10 degrees. And then we are done with numerator. Denominator 90 plus, for cos that will be negative for cos, then changes from cos to sine 10 degrees. And then sine 180 minus sine is positive there, so that will be sine 60 degrees. That cancels that, so we have sine 45 degrees. So that's root 2 over 2 multiplied by, remember that's negative, and multiply by, we have to make the 10, 2 there, root 3, and that is 30 degrees, 60 degrees. So remember that 30 degrees will have to be y over x is equals to y over root 3. And we also know that that would be 1 over root 3, and then divided by that would be sine 60 degrees. It's going to be root 3 over 2, adjacent over hypotenuse. Then from there we have to simplify further. That would be root 2 over 2 multiplied by 2 root 3. 1 over root 3, so root 2 over 2 root 3 multiplied by 2 over root 3. We inverse the ratio, the numerator. So 2 cancels 2, so we have that times that is 3. So answer is root 2 over 3. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to follow, subscribe. Welcome to the maths class, trigonometric. So we have sine 143 degrees. That would be equivalent to 180 degrees minus 37 degrees, because we have 37 there. And then cos 127 degrees would be equivalent to cos 180 degrees minus 53 degrees minus sine 53 degrees multiplied by cos 37 degrees. And then from there we have 180 degrees minus 30 degrees. Okay, so that would be positive for sine, so it's going to be sine 37 degrees. And then we have cos 180 minus 53 degrees. Cos, that would be negative for cos, so that would be negative cos 53 degrees. And then minus, and then we have sine 53 degrees, sine 53 degrees, cos 37 degrees. And then from there that will be negative, and then negative sine 37 degrees multiplied by cos 53 degrees. And then from there we have sine 53 degrees, sine 53 degrees and cos 37 degrees. So cos 37 degrees, and then we have bracket minus, that would be sine 37 degrees cos 53 degrees. Okay, so that will be positive since we are dividing or multiplying by -1, so that's sine 53 degrees cos 37 degrees. Okay, so alternating angles means that we are dealing with the sine, so that would be sine of double angles 37 degrees plus 53 degrees. So that gives us 57 plus 53 plus 37, gives us 90 degrees. So that's sine 90 degrees, and sine 90 degrees is 1. So that's 1. That's our final answer. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to follow or subscribe. Welcome to maths class. So cos 350 degrees would be cos 360 minus 10 degrees, and then sine 40 degrees we'll leave it as it is, and then cos for 40 degrees would be 360 degrees plus 80 degrees. That would be 440. So then we have cos 40 degrees, so that's been 80. Yeah. And then we go on the coordinates and then check the cast rule, 270 degrees there, that's 90 degrees, and we have all sine, tan, and cos. And then from there we have 360 minus, that will be positive 10 degrees, and then sine 40 degrees, and then minus 360 plus for cos, that will be positive. So that's positive, cos. Positive cos 80 degrees, that's 80 degrees, and then we have cos 40 degrees, cos 40 degrees. And then looking at, we see that cos 10 degrees, sine 40 degrees minus that one there will be sine 10 degrees, because that's the complement angles, and that's cos 40 degrees. Okay, so complement angles actually play a huge role when coming to simplification. So we have sine, that means that we have the sine difference of angle. So it's 40 minus 10, so that is going to be sine 30 degrees. So sine 30 degrees, special angles 60, 30, 1, 2, and the root 3. That will give us 1 over 2, opposite of hypotenuse. So that is our answer. Yeah, most probably that is our answer. So thank you very much for watching, and don't forget to follow or subscribe. Much appreciated. Welcome to Teacher Black Adam, and this is the trigonometric simplification. So we have sine 75 degrees plus cos 75 degrees. That will mean that we duplicate it, so that will be multiplied again by sine 75 degrees plus cos 75 degrees. So let's multiply. So sine 75 times sine 75 gives us sine 75 degrees squared. That should be squared there. And then that times that is squared. So that times sine 75 times cos 75 will give us sine 75 cos 75 degrees. And then that multiplied by that will be the same thing, sine 75 degrees cos 75 degrees. So that multiplied by that will give us positive cos 75 degrees squared. And then from there we have that and that, we have sine 75 degrees squared, okay, plus cos 75 degrees squared. So we bracket that together because it gives us something, and then plus 2 of them, so it's going to be 2 sine 75 degrees cos 75 degrees, 2 of them. And then that's it. So what does that tell us? That gives us 1, and that gives us sine 75 degrees, sum of angles, plus sine 75 degrees. So it gives us double angle. So that means that we have 75 plus 75, 150. Okay, then from there we're going to have 1 plus sine 150 degrees. So that would be equivalent to 1 plus sine 180 degrees minus 30 degrees. And then from there we look at all of the coordinates. 180 minus for sine, that has to be positive, so it's 1 plus sine 30 degrees. So the sine 30 degrees, we know that it's looking at the spatial angles, we know that it's 1/2. Sine 30 degrees is half, so it's 3/2. So that's our final answer. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to follow us. Welcome to Tutor Black Adam. So it's trigonometric functions once again. So cos negative 225 degrees. The cos is even, so it's going to be positive cos 225 degrees. So sine 180 135 degrees, and then plus sine 330 degrees over 10 225 degrees. Okay, so we rearrange it, so that will be sine 180 degrees plus 45 degrees to give us 225 degrees, and that will be sine 180 degrees minus 45 degrees, and then my plus that will be sine 360 degrees minus 30 degrees. All over 10 we have 180 degrees plus 45 degrees. Then we need to draw the cast rule. We use what we have there. Okay, that is let me get a bit bigger. Yeah, so we have A, S, T, C, and then that is going to be in this 270 degrees, and that's 90 degrees, and then that's 180 degrees and 0 degrees to 360 degrees. And then from there we look at cos 180 degrees plus 45, so that would be 180 plus, so it has to be negative sine 45 degrees, and then sine 180 degrees minus 45 degrees, yeah, that's negative there, so that is 180 minus that's sine positive, so 1 plus sine 360 minus 360, that could be negative sine 30 degrees. So that would be all over, yeah, so 10 180 minus, so that would be negative, that would be negative 10 45 degrees. So negative 10 45 degrees, and then drawing a special angle there, we have, because we have 45 and 30, so we need to have 45, that's 60 degrees, 30 degrees, and that's 2 root 3 1, and that's 45 45, and then we have 2 there, and we have root 2 and root 2, so meaning which we have negative root 2 over 2 for cos 45 degrees, adjacent of hypotenuse, and then we also have sine the same thing, opposite of hypotenuse, which gives us the same value, root 2 over 2. That's situation 2, minus that plus minus, so that would be minus sine 30 degrees, it's opposite of hypotenuse, 1 over 2, 10 45 is going to be y over x, so it's root, yeah, so 10 45 degrees is going to be y over x, so y is root 2 and x is root 2, so sine 45 is 1 for 10 45 degrees is 1. So we have negative root 2 times root 2 is 2 over 2 multiplied by root 2 over 2, right, 2 over 2, so minus half there, so subtracting everything gives us negative 3. Welcome to maths class, your teacher Black Adam, and then you have 10 150 degrees, so that would be 10 180 degrees minus 30 degrees. And then we also have sine 300 degrees equivalent to 360 minus 60 degrees. Sine 10, we just leave it there, sine 10. So cos 25 degrees will be cos 180 degrees plus 45 degrees. And then sine 135 degrees, 180 degrees plus 45 degrees. So sine 135 degrees is going to be sine 180 degrees minus 45 degrees. Yeah, minus 45 degrees. And then cos 80 degrees will be sine 10 degrees. So the sine 10 over sine 10 cancels out, so we have 10 30 degrees there, sine, let's check, 180 minus, that would be yeah, that would be negative for 10, and then for sine 360 minus, that would be multiplied by negative sine 60 degrees. And then we have over cos. Look at cos there. We see that cos 180 plus, so that'll be negative cos 45 degrees. Multiplied by, we have 180 minus there. For sine, that is positive sine 45 degrees. And that gives us, we use special angles. So those are special angles that I'm using for 30. So I make sure that 3 degrees, I put it in a manner that 30 degrees have y and x. So that means that we also have 45 degrees. So I need to sketch a special angle for 45 degrees, 45 on that angle and 45 on there, making 90, and then we have a right angle there. Okay, so from there we know that tan 30 degrees is going to be 1 over root 3, and then that's 1 over root 3 multiplied by root 3 over root 3, and then that means that we have root 3 over 3. So that is our so we have root 3 over 3 multiplied by root 3 over 2. That's for sine, negative sine 60. So yeah, root 3 over 3. So that would be, we have negative there, so it's root 3 root 2 over 2. So yeah, as we check in there, we see that yeah, we have root 3 divided by that negative 2 over, yeah, so that gives us negative 1 over 2 divided by negative, yeah, multiplied by 2 over 4, that's negative 1. So positive 2 over 2, that's 1. But looking at the signs, it could be negative 1 as well. Welcome to maths classes. So we have there cos 100 degrees, so that's cos 90 degrees plus 10 degrees, and then that all over sine negative 10 degrees, that will give us negative sine 10 degrees, multiplied by 10 squared 180 negative 60 degrees to give us 120 degrees, and all of that will give us 90 plus, that will give us negative, the cos change to sine, negative 10 over 10 degrees over negative 10 degrees, and then multiplied by 10, that will mean that 10 60 degrees squared. So the sine 10 sine 10 actually, yeah, so that is going to be that over that will be 1 over 1, so it gets 1, so we have negative 1 times 10 60 degrees squared. No, yeah, it has to be squared, so it's negative 10. So we look at 10 60 degrees, and then we have 30 degrees there, and then tan 60 degrees will be opposite, y over x, so it's root 3 over 1, and then from there, yeah, root 3 over 1, so we square it up. Okay, so that's why we're going to square it. So we square that, gives us a positive 3, so that's supposed to be. Welcome to maths class, trigonometric functions without calculator evaluation, that is. So cos 180 degrees, that would be negative 1 multiplied by sine 225 degrees would be equivalent to 180 degrees plus 45 degrees, and then cos 80 degrees, we leave it as it is, that would be cos that would be cos 80 degrees divided by sine 170 degrees, so that would mean that we have sine 180 degrees minus 10 degrees, and then we have tan 135 degrees equivalent to 180 degrees minus 45 degrees, and then let's let us negative 1, so that one there actually is going to be negative sine 45 degrees, the sines, and then that will be cos 80 degrees then all over that there 180 minus, so that is going to be sine 10 degrees and multiply by 10, that will be there 45 180 minus, so that will be negative 10 45 degrees. Okay, then from there we have negative times negative is positive, and then sine 45 degrees, and then cos 80 degrees all over sine 10 degrees. We can also write it as cos 80 degrees, and then multiply by tan 45 degrees, that will be negative root, that will be negative, so it's gonna be 10 45 degrees. Okay, so from there that is going to give us root 2 over 2, and then from root 2 over 2 we have to do is cos 80 degrees, that cancels that, so we have 10 45 degrees is root 2 sine 45 degrees. Sine 45 degrees supposed to be, so it's root 2 over 2, so that is root 2 over root 2, and then divided by that gives us root 2 over 2 over 1, so that will give us negative root 2 over 1, and our answer is negative root 2. Welcome to maths classes, and then we have to evaluate sine 190 degrees, so that will be the equivalent to 180 degrees plus 10 degrees. Cos 225 degrees is going to be cos 180 degrees plus 45 degrees, and then we have tan 390 degrees will be tan 360 degrees plus 30 degrees, and then that's done with numerator. Denominator we have cos 100 degrees is cos 90 degrees plus 10 degrees, and then we have sine 135 degrees gonna be sine 180 degrees minus that's minus minus 45 degrees. So all of that will give us sine 180 plus, that I think that would be 180 plus, that should be negative, that should be negative. So coming there is going to be negative sine 10 degrees multiplied by cos 180 plus, that's negative for cos, so we'll have to multiply by negative, so negative cos 45 degrees, and then multiply by 10 360 plus, so that will be positive 10 30 degrees, and then getting there we have cos 90 degrees plus gonna be negative, and then sine 10 degrees multiplied by 180 minus 45 degrees, so that is gonna be sine 45 degrees positive, so that cancels that, so we have negative, draw a special angle there, and then we have 2 there, we have root 2, so that means that we are going to have another one for 45 degrees, that's 30 degrees, 60 degrees, we have 1 there, and the root 2, the root 3. So minus cos 45 degrees is going to be root 2 over 2 multiplied by tan 35 degrees is 1 over x, it's y over x, so it's 1 over root 3, so multiplied by both the root 3 and ratio and denominator give us a root 3 over 3, and all of that sine 45 is going to be root 2 over 2, so that cancels that, so we have negative 1 times negative, that will be negative root 3 over 3. That's our answer. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to follow, subscribe. Much appreciated.